Meet Jess Handley, an inspiring admin assistant working at Harplands Hospital. Jess is a wheelchair user who has navigated life with determination, resilience and a passion for making a difference. This Disability History Month, she shares her personal and professional journey, overcoming challenges, embracing opportunities and breaking barriers. Join us as Jess reflects on her experiences and the important role inclusion plays in the workplace and beyond.
One of the big things that I work on is the preceptorship programme, but also day-to-day running of students on placements really. So I was born with a genetic condition called osteogenesis imperfecta, which basically just means that I've got brittle bones. It just causes spontaneous frequent fractures without the need for trauma. When I finished school, I went to a mainstream sixth form college, and then from there I went to Staffordshire University and I did a business management degree where I managed to get a first class honours. I went on to do a master's degree that I'm still completing at the moment, but I am going to get a first in that as well. And then I've started my first paid role. Growing up, I always wanted to be a vet. Obviously, I had to change my career path depending upon that. The next thing I always wanted to do was work in the NHS because I've got a lot of lived experience of being in the NHS as a patient. But because I wasn't able to work part-time and study, I had not as much experience as like my colleagues do. So that means I have had to start lower off than maybe I would have done if I didn't have a disability. You know, the difference really is unfortunate because I don't have that paid experience. In work, obviously, we're able to use laptops, tablets, you know, smaller devices. There's also obviously disability-related equipment, especially software, things like that, that can really help. It does play a huge part. It definitely makes my life easier. I'd say my disability really has shaped all of my life. I often say that my disability is all of me really because it kind of controls my life from the moment when I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. But I think that is sometimes seen as a negative thing. I don't see it like that. I think having a disability, it's given me a lot more traits, you know, resilience, determination. Although it has shaped my life, I think it's shaped my life for the better. I'd say I maintain my mental and emotional well-being. I've got a little West Highland White Terrier called Lottie. So we go out for lots of walks. Finding accessible walks sometimes is challenging, but there are plenty out there, you know, particularly in Staffordshire. And I think it's about having that work-life balance, and it's about recognising that I do have limitations. The other thing that's really helpful is flexible working, you know, allowing it to be flexible around my, you know, disability-related appointments. Probably the biggest challenge actually is coming into the work environment, because I am now one of one. I'm the only wheelchair user that works for North Staffordshire combined. Anybody starts a new role, we all have those challenges and, you know, things we have to face. Some of the particular challenges that I face, there isn't anybody who can really understand those. I have had a lot of challenges, you know, a lot of health issues, a lot of operations, but I think the most challenging thing I've ever done is getting a job. So I think within the NHS, we are great at disability, but I think great can always be better. You know, I've had 32 years now of great is never good enough. Disability is so diverse in terms of people's different abilities and needs. One of the ways to do that actually is by employing people with lived experience that really do face those challenges, really become more, you know, disability positive as an employer.